Hello again friends, Gref here and welcome to the Elder Scrolls Online. Okay then, let's see what's next. So the Durance vial, talk to Arox, the mutilator.
Our work is only beginning.
Oh, there it is.
These incarnates threaten not only Fargrave but your world as well.
Yeah, true.
Unlikely to find any of Mehrunes Dagon's servants in Wretched Spire, Master. Long ago,
Why?
the Prince of Destruction commanded that no Daedra among his legions should look upon that place.
Why?
Or even speak of it. He was quite insistent. Never heard of him, but I do not trust him. I will watch him closely, Master. Sniff out his intentions. I have a keen sense of smell in this otherwise pathetic form. I'd prefer to be huge and powerful again, of course. But this form has some uses. I do not know. Lord Dagon wasn't in the habit of explaining his commandments. I heard the entire town was dropped into the Deadlands from someplace else. But I was never curious enough to investigate further. Sorry to have failed you, Master. At once, mortal master.
I've heard the Dagonists have been largely driven from this. Off we go!
This development. The cult's focus no longer affect the mortals.
This is still the Deadlands. I guess another place? No, it is another place. Let's see. It's not like this way strong to begin with.
You're an embarrassment to Lord Dagon, and an insult to me. No
Okay.
realm that can give me a beating worth remembering. The mortal.
Wait, there is a village here? Oh, that's right. Wretched Spire.
I see the last of the fool killers still consorts with mortals.
And I see a blade bearer who could use a new perspective.
You travel a strange path, Lyranth. I won't ally with kin such as you.
I was not offering an alliance. Mortals, speak to Rinkias. Tell him about burning Gyre Keep.
Mortals in the Deadlands exist only at Mehrunes Dagon's sufferance. They grovel in his cult, toil as his slaves, or skulk and hide in places such as this, in the hope he will forget about them. Which are you? And why do you seek the Blade Bearers? No Blade Bearer would willingly enter a fortress loyal to Lord Dagon. I'm in search of my clan members who disappeared, however. You say you found one of our swords at Burning Gyre Keep.
Yep.
Tell me, what do you know of the Order of the Waking Flame? An audacious plan? Mehrunes Dagon has swallowed mortal realms before, or at least a portion of them. Such as this settlement you see before you. You are fortunate that their plan failed. What brings you to the Deadlands now? Vengeance? If Dagon's servants struck down my kin to protect this device, I will punish them. But first, they must be found. My scouts followed rumors to Xenoes's jail and Jin's foundry before they vanished. I will begin there. You may accompany me. Jin is a Dremora kin marcher. She studies relics and devices. Xenoes is Zivilai. He studies pain.
What are those names?
Coordinates of Alkanaz Novkroz.
What are you saying?
Say you encountered at Burning Jaya Keep. When Dagon's purposes interfere with our own, we gladly fight his minions. Prince Dagon knows this and welcomes it. We have met the Valkanaz in battle before. This business of mortal secrets and missing Dremora is new, however. The Blade Bearers come to Wretched Spire every cycle. It provides a place to plot our next campaign against rival clans. When one of our war parties never arrived, I dispatched scouts to find it. They made one report. Then they too disappeared. Kinmacher Jind oversees a foundry in the Sever, not far from Wretched Spire. Xenoaz is a master of a jail in the Burn, a place of suffering. My scouts reported that both seek information about mortal dealings, each in their own way. It is unusual for two high-ranking lieutenants of Alkanaz Novkroz to suddenly concern themselves with mortals, yes. Novkroz has nothing but contempt for your kind. Is that all? I grow impatient.
Yeah, that's all. Okay, where are we going? There's one over here. There's one down here. Oh, there's another way shrine. Oh, I could use this way shrine to fast travel to this one.
The mortal is surprising, but acceptable. I expected you to be killed on your way here. Perhaps you are more capable than you appear.
Bro, how? There were no enemies. It was like 10 meters away. Fuck.
Here she supervises Dremora who study and devise things of interest to the Valkanaz. Look for strange devices or documents about mortal machines in Jin's foundry. I will search for signs of my blade bearers and question any churls I find. There is a ritual site to the north. Meet me there when you finish searching the foundry. That would be an inefficient use of my time and abilities. Do not expect me to guard you, mortal, but if you die, as mortals are prone to do, I shall inform Lyranth at my convenience. I've had few dealings with Kinmacher Jind, but I have reservations about any Dremora who dabbles in mortal inventions. It is an unseemly habit. Dislike? One must be familiar with something to dislike it. I am unfamiliar with your kind and not especially curious. You are simply unimportant. I mean no insult. I'm sure you are very important to you, as far as mortals are concerned. Comfort is not a concept I give much thought to. It is something mortals seek, to protect them from fears and cares. Or so I have heard. Dremora know little of fear, so the relative merits of being comfortable or uncomfortable are meaningless. I will only wait for a brief period at the ritual site after I complete my own investigations. Search quickly if you wish to compare notes.
That Rinkias doesn't know what to make of you, Master. He seems like the suspicious type.
Yeah, facts. What are we even looking for, man?
certainly don't like your odds.
At least you can grab this one. It's down there. Apparently our objective is up here.
Master,
Would it kill them to run
sense
away?
depths.
Well, no, I guess it
If
would.
you find it,
Maybe
we
they
may
should try
learn
that.
something. I knew that lying Kid Marcher wouldn't release me, even if I did translate the notes stolen from Sister Saldina. Narkorovs thinks he can make his own catalyst. Let them kill me. I'll never match Sister Saldina's brilliance. Narkorovs seeks to undermine the mortal
Let's cover this world boss as well.
factions vying for Lord Dagon's favor. Let us hope for rivers of blood. Strange drawing, Master. Does Jin intend to construct?
Tired of walking anyway.
There's more. There we go.
Dares command Jind and Nokros? Arrogant. Why does she need so many Dremora?
What is that boss, man? How do you get there? Ah, there it is. Okay. It's not that it's here. No. Okay, so we've also discovered this landmark.
Off we go.
I thought Jind would slice your flesh. Mortals have too many expressions. Your face tells me nothing. Did you find anything at the foundry, or did you fail at your task? For what purpose? Prince Dagon commanded Valknaz Novkroz and his subordinates to assist the mortals of his waking flame cult. Or so I heard. If the mortals devised a tool for the prince's use, why would the Valknaz need one of his own? This reeks of mortal lies and trickery. Mortals do not enslave kin. And yet, I found signs left by my blade bearers. Kin of many clans gathered here before they were taken somewhere else. Yes, kin are not to be used by mortals. The very thought offends me. I must find signs of my missing clanmates. Meet me near the jail of Xanawaz. The area features many deep ravines. Do not fall into one and die. You are not a blade bearer. You have no means to perceive the secret symbols of my kin. We are of oblivion, made of its substance. It is a simple thing to leave an impression that others of our clan can sense. We are blade bearers. All the kin of my clan are pact bound one to another. The clan pact unites us in purpose, attunes us to each other. I know my kin, and can see what they wish me to see others cannot. It is a connection that can never be broken. The clan pact shapes us. It defines our essential nature. Blade Bearer is not an allegiance, it is what I am, what I ever will be. Should this form be destroyed, I will respawn in a new body. But the clan pact remains. We do not die, mortal. We will investigate this
Right.
lies.
I mean, if you say so.
I will meet you there, if you survive the journey.
Yeah, don't worry. Just going to fast travel.
The Zivilai will grind. Xenoaz is one of Valknar's Novkroz's most fearsome underlings. He commands many Dremora. I do not know if he and Jinn work together for their master or if they compete for his approval. Blade bearers would not allow themselves to be seen by you, so do not waste your time looking for them. Search for information about the mortal device that drew my scouts to this site. I will look for my kin. You exhaust me with all these questions. Are all mortals so uncertain? There is a scouts camp north of Xenoaz's jail. I will await you there, but do not dawdle. My patience is extremely limited. Zivilai are reckless creatures. They rely on wild emotion and brute strength instead of skill and strategy. Dangerous to the weak or the unwary. You are still here. Was I not specific enough in my warning? Zivilai are rarely bound to any clan. Sometimes they work together, but it never lasts. They are arrogant and do not like taking orders. Only the most powerful Daedric lords can compel their obedience, such as Prince Dagon. The few I have seen are foolish, weak, or mad. There is no alliance with such creatures that would benefit my clan. Some Dremora see value in studying the doings of your kind, but not I. I leave that to Lyranth, the Fool Killer. That is the name of her clan, so to me she is Lyranth the Fool Killer, just as I am Rinkaius the Blade Bearer. Do you not have clan names where you come from? The earth concerns me. I cannot discern what she truly intends in these matters. Lyranth's curiosity leads her down murky paths. Her unseemly interest in you has lessened her. No, that is unfair. It has made her different. She is someone to be wary of. That is as true for mortals as it is for Dremora. Remember that. You infer too much. I do not like or dislike Zivilai. They are difficult allies, undisciplined, quick to change course as their whims sway them. One cannot guess their goals because they do not know themselves. Much like mortals, it seems. Stay alert.
No, let's investigate this area then.
You seem to handle yourself well.
Let's ride!
Xenoaz is dangerous.
Scamps.
carefully crafted runic crux. Whatever ritual they plan to use it for will most likely fail.
You are not one of these monsters. Daedra. Tormentors. They questioned me. Wanted me to demonstrate how to inscribe the runes. I tried to resist. Tell Sister Seltina. I tried. The Cataclyst's runic crux. The focus of its power. These Daedra wanted to make their own. I didn't tell them everything. Tell Sister Seltina. I did not reveal the Blind Seer's final gift. I never met him, but he invented the Cataclyst. We followed his schematics. The day of Lord Dagon's triumph draws near. I hope to see it. Damn Knockfrost and his torturer. Hidden. Safe. Knockfrost envies us. Hates Sister Seltina. Knockfrost fears that mortals will bring about Lord Dagon's triumph. Not Tremora. So he had me tortured. Help me.
It's kinda dead.
Weak. He probably didn't even provide the torturer with much spoil. They really are trying to build their own Cataclysm, Master.
It's actually here. This way. And there is another landmark.
You have found information. Perhaps you have proven yourself a useful companion after all. What have you learned? Of course. Arkanaz Novkroz refuses to accept that the mortal followers of Mehrunes Dagon can succeed where he has failed. A useful insight. What else did you find out? Blind Seer. That means nothing to me. Nor can I make sense of the drawing. The runic crux, however. The work seems poorly done. Xenoaz's methods have their limitations. I found something as well. A hidden message from my blade bearers. My kin learned little that we did not already know. They waited here, hoping to trail a waking flame messenger back to Sister Seldina. Since they are not here, it must have worked. Which leaves us no closer to finding this mortal device, or my kin. Defective parts, strange scribblings, The inventions of a blind seer. I hope Lyranth learned more in Fargrave.
The inventions of a blind seer. Interesting. I believe we know his name.
Elagian. That's what I remembered earlier. Lyranth helped me.
Elagian? That old lunatic? He was locked in the blood pit last I knew.
Did that Datrat talk?
This pathetic form holds Arox the Mutilator, Titan of Destruction. Master, let's talk. Not so long ago, the blood pit trembled at the mere rumor of my approach. They cowered before me. I first encountered Elagian.
Everyone's surprised that this red can talk.
Quite mad. Probably still is. I'm not sure what he'll be able to tell you, Master. The blood pit is a foul prison that I once oversaw. When I was cursed, I awoke there in this reduced form, cast down with others who offended Mehrunes Dagon. That's where I met Elagian. He was locked in a prison within the prison. The Durance Vial. Master, I am not sure if Elagian knows who Elagian is, or why he is there. You'll see. The blood pit lies northwest of Burning Gyre Keep. I can guide you, but the presence of powerful Daedra not aligned with Prince Dagon will be noticed. The blood pit imprisons disloyal Daedra with mystic wards. Lyranth and the Blade Bearer would have to shatter those wards to enter. Mortals, walls and locks are enough to bar your path. Your Dremora allies cannot come with us. I was imprisoned there before I escaped, only to be captured by the Collector. Damn his many eyes! They never were able to overcome my natural immunity to the wards. Something to do with my position before I was cursed, I imagine. Probably not. Mortals are delicate about such things. The blood pit is a cruel place, Master. Prince Dagon sends his enemies there to suffer. Mortal prisoners do not last long, unless they are valuable in some way. Let us depart, Master.
Let's meet at the blood pit. If I know Elagian, maybe he knows me.
Oh, it's actually here. Well, and this is the second world boss.
Over here, friend. No one's come in or out while the blood pit. If names are omens, then this is a dire one. After what Arox told us about the place, I admit I wouldn't want to set foot there until we exhausted every other lead we had. I'm not sure. Wouldn't a place like this leave scars you couldn't forget? I don't know. And what does it matter? However we met, I just hope Elagian can tell me who I was before this mask was adhered to my face. It would also be nice if he can tell us something useful about the Riven Cataclysm. There, an overseer. Let's see what's going on.
The blind old fool is useless. All he did was babble about nonsense.
He is becoming resistant to the elixir, Balkanar's Knockross. There's nothing to be done.
Nothing to be done? Be grateful that I am not my predecessor, Aerox the Mutilator.
Nefros is weak.
Overseer on the left.
I would have killed the Overseer for her.
Aerox never left. I had him cursed. Turned him into a day trap.
The Warden's Overlook is nearby. The entrance is a portal. We might find the location of Elegian's Durance Vial.
Right, what are we looking for? It's an exit.
Alright, don't cry for mummy. Off we go!
I'm quite sure it's this way.
The Warden's Overlook is nearby. The entrance is a portal. We might find the location of Elegian's Durance Vial there.
Oh, this looks like a portal to me.
There, Master. The portal to the Warden's Overlook.
That map was obviously
Look
drawn
up
by a
there.
prisoner.
Nokvros returns!
Have you completed your interrogation, Falconer's Knockross?
Nothing but a waste of time. Just more of the same. Secure the Durance Vial until I return. I must go. That tiresome mortal Selbina insists on my presence. Improve the elixir before my next interrogation.
He's getting away!
It's tied of walking anyway.
Him!
That's it. The Durance Vial.
I remember the smells of this place. The old seer should be behind a glowing door.
So close, but one more obstacle. Any ideas? If Aerox is right, Elegian is behind that glowing door. That's a lot of security for one old blind seer, though. I guess we need to figure out how to open Elegian's cell if I really want to talk to him. Yeah, I thought so too. But what if something in my past is terrible? What if that's why I can't or won't remember? All right, let's do this.
Oh, that
I
those
think we can use
things
lucent
again.
crystals,
The crystals.
just like
Right.
back at the bathhouse in the shambles. Lucents can be charged with energy and used to activate all sorts of things, like opening that door, maybe. Gather some lucents and look for a dynamis font to charge them. There's got to be one around here. Maybe on the balcony up above? Spend any amount of time scavenging in Fargrave or various realms of oblivion, and you'll run into a few of these Daedric devices. Lucents are usually easy to find. The tricky part is locating a dynamis font that still works. Gather a few lucent crystals, preferably a charged lucent. Then we can activate that displacer so you can get up to the balcony. I'm pretty sure that if you place charged lucents in the discharge labrums above, that will open the cell door. And hopefully there are a few uncharged crystals lying about. In that case, we'll need a dynamis font to charge them. Why don't you search around?
I remember. There's a rune of unsealing on the balcony above. It unlocks the cell door.
And look over there, a charged lucent. Grab it and place it in the discharge labrum beside the displacer. I see discharge labrums on the balcony above. Find some lucents, charge them, then place them up there.
The masked one speaks true. We need charged lucents.
activate the rune of unsealing before an overseer comes round.
Good. The sooner we finish with the old seer, the sooner we can punish Knockfrost.
That did it. Now let's...
A noise. Is someone there? No. No more visions. I don't want to drink anymore. Drink, bring, sink.
The blind seer is mad. I warned you, Master.
He seems to be mad.
I hear all of them. For the season on the coals, all good children get sweet rolls. More questions? No more questions. Is it the season of blossoms yet? That was always my favorite. All my ideas gone. They poured them out, and now I'm an empty bottle. So empty. Sometimes everything is right again. Usually not. But so many, many questions. I won't answer them unless... Do you smell flowers? Flowers, cows, showers.
Knockfrost mentioned an elixir, didn't he? There's meaning in Elagian's babble. Perhaps he's trying to describe whatever visions plague him. The elixir Knockfrost mentioned. It sounded like he used it whenever he came to interrogate the old man. He mentioned spring. Could the elixir be related to a season? And he said something about pouring it on coals. There are braziers right beside him. Look around for Elagian's elixir. I imagine the overseers would keep it close by in case they needed to talk to him. Something in a bottle related to spring. That's my guess.
That bottle smells of Nern. I hate it. This ridiculous nose of mine is not wrong. Try it, Master. Pour it on the braziers.
My mind grows still, free of those awful visions. I do not know you, stranger, but I thank you. And the others I hear. The elixir grants me only a few moments of clarity, so speak swiftly. What do you ask of me? That vile creation. Knockfrost was just here asking about it. The Riven Cataclysm is my burden, my punishment, my greatest sorrow. I did not realize the purpose my designs would be turned to. Why do you seek it? Yes, I believe you speak true. Destroying it would be good. You can get to the Cataclysm by going to Annihilok's summit. Knockfrost speaks freely in my presence. He thinks me mad, that I hear nothing. Well, I am mad, and blind, but I'm not deaf. The Anchorite? No, I've not heard that word. But I sense my work. She wears my mask, doesn't she? I crafted that cursed item. It suppresses memories, both the wearers and those who knew the wearer. Everyone forgets.
Yeah, this is why she can't remember who she is.
I cannot tell you who I made the mask for or why. The enchantment I devised does not simply abolish the wearer's memories. It erases the wearer from the memory of anyone who knew her. Whoever she was, that person is forgotten. Of course not. The mask hides who she was, not who she is now. Think twice before you seek to unbind the mask from your friend. That curse was most likely put in place for her own protection. Long ago, I was a moth priest. I read from the Elder Scrolls and paid for the knowledge I gained with my sight. But while Morikar was still Emperor, I was abducted by the servants of Mehrunes Dagon. They brought me to the Deadlands. Dagon's servants broke me, drove me mad with torment and illusions until I no longer knew what was real and what was nightmare. The Cataclysm design is but one product of my delirium, and by far the worst, I fear. There is no escape for me. Madness is my prison, much more so than this cell. The elixir never lasts very long. Better to leave me here. If you take me away, Dagon's servants will know we've talked. They would be warned.
You seem like a kindly old owl. I wish I could help you.
A kindly old owl. I remember a young girl called me that once. I have something for you.
Something for me? What is it?
This amulet. I've been saving it for so long. For you, I think. Now go. My mind. Kind, wide, blind. It fills with a storm.
East Wall. That's our
I
exit,
remembered my loss
Master.
at Hansa's
We should
amulet,
hurry and return
but
to
he didn't
Wretched's
remember
fire.
me.
Can you use that wish right? What? It's a boss in the middle of the road? That was weird. How come there was a tier 3 boss in the middle of the road?
Interesting. You appear to have survived Dagon's worst prison and suffered little to no damage. And your demeanor suggests that you succeeded in your mission. Though the anchorite seems distressed. Tell me, what happened in the Blood Pit? I know an Ilark summit. A high peak in the Sever, inhospitable to mortals, and Dremora for that matter. Few go there. It would be a perfect place to hide the Riven Cataclysm. But what's wrong with the anchorite? Did Elegine recognize her? Did he know? The Cataclysm and the mask. This Elegine is clever indeed. I am more determined than ever to examine the Riven Cataclysm in detail. We must also keep the Waking Flame from misusing it, of course. Patience, mortal.
Oh, heavy. So maximum health, stamina, recovery, and armor.
Accept this minor token of my
I
appreciation.
have a costume as well and one
With
skill point.
Rincaius, Arox, and the Anchorite at our side, we may yet complete both our missions. Prepare yourself. We move out shortly. Look at us, little mortal. Forced to accept the word of a blind old seer. Imprisoned and driven mad in Mehrunes Dagon's blood pit. If Elegine is to be believed, We'll find Sister Saldina and the Riven Cataclysm at the summit. I have heard of the location.
A
A
jailbreaker.
barren peak scoured by winds that flay flesh from bone. A good place to build a secret retreat, provided the walls can withstand the constant winds. Sister Saldina has taken great care to hide the Riven Cataclysm. Always. With Rincaius and his blade bearers beside us, we will fight our way to the Riven Cataclysm. When I have seen what I need to, you can destroy the device. Meet us at the base of an Ilark summit, provided you want to be part of this. Grab the Daedrat and prepare yourself. The dangers of an Ilark summit are enough to make even a Dremora pause. I assume we will have to deal with both Nokfrost's forces and the Order of the Waking Flame along the way. That seems unlikely. If Saldina already had such an army, she would deploy it at once. Remember, she is eager to conquer Fargrave and earn Prince Dagon's favor. Still, I do not think we have much time before that changes. The incarnates we encountered were indeed mindless engines of destruction. The Dremora within no longer thinks. All it knows is power and rage. Sister Saldina directs these living weapons for now. But Valkanaz Nokfrost wants this power too. Volunteer. The very thought is repugnant. Do you not understand how we value what makes us who we are? To surrender to such a process is to be destroyed. The essence survives, but the mind, the purpose, gone forever. Do you imagine they had a choice?
Well, I guess not.
But each time we delay the waking flame, we make it less likely that Elagian's mad vision becomes a reality. Although it might have been for the best if you had removed Elagian while you were in the blood pit. If Elagian can create something as powerful as the Riven Cataclysm or as subtle as the Anchorite's mask, what else might he devise? One never knows how a talent such as that might prove useful. Has the Anchorite's mask affected you as well? If you insist. I summoned you to Fargrave to investigate the Waking Flames incarnates, living disasters created in cataclysms. We destroyed one at Burning Gyre Keep, but we didn't find a cataclysm. Instead, we found evidence that the Bladebearer clan had been at the keep. Since I doubted the Bladebearers would ally with Dagon's cultists, we went to Wretched Spire to meet their kinreeve, Rincaius. He told us some of his kin were missing. No, but we discovered that Elagian, creator of the Cataclysm, was being held by Valkanaz Nokfrost at the Blood Pit. He told you that the Riven Cataclysm could be found at an Ilark summit. He also admitted that he created the Anchorite's mask.
Let us go, Master.
I'll meet you at an Ilark summit, but we should be careful. I expect that both Sister Saldina and Nokfrost may be there.
Yeah, well, that was interesting. Quite an interesting mission, the Durance Vial. Hope you guys have enjoyed it.